welcome to the channel. Enjoy a variety of live streams every Sunday, as well as regular uploads sprinkled throughout the week. Hold on to your butts, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Hey everyone, welcome back to CyberDan. Today I'm going to be talking about the video game Mega Man X, and I'm going to answer the question, does it still hold up today? I've never been one for keeping people in suspense while I ramble on, so the answer is yes. However, I'm going to take it a step further and say that Mega Man X is the very best title in video game history.
What a twist!
But let me tell you why. The original Mega Man X had multiple releases, starting in December of 1993 on the Super Nintendo in Japan. Versions for North American and European consoles were made available the following year, but of course, its success didn't stop there. PC ports were developed and released in 95 and 96, and you could say that created a spark that didn't slow down for a long time. Personally, I've never had the pleasure of owning a Super Nintendo, but near my birthday in 1995, my dad bought the PC version for my brother and I, and we enjoyed playing it on MS-DOS. The experience was different, as controller support for computers wasn't much of a thing back then, but my appreciation for the game wasn't hindered at all. I remember being taken completely by surprise at the high quality. From the intense music, to the responsive controls, unique gameplay, and creative story, X had everything I wanted in a game. And as you complete the opening stage, as hard as you try to defeat the mech-fitted Maverick Vile, it is actually impossible to do so. You don't get to see his health bar, as you do with future bosses, and it gave me a feeling of helplessness. When I became aware that the battle is structured that way for the story, and is a way of introducing X's ally, Zero, a feeling of relief overwhelmed me. That kind of brilliant game design doesn't appear often in modern games these days, so I've come to appreciate it even more. Zero, without giving tons of exposition through dialogue, says in a few short sentences all the player needs to hear. That they might not be strong now, but by conquering upcoming challenges and strengthening X's abilities, he may even become stronger than Zero himself, which encourages the player to continue, even if it is a short pep talk. The player then advances to what was to become a staple in the franchise, the boss selection screen. Playing through the game dozens of times, I can identify a boss simply by hearing the first 3 seconds of their stage's theme.
Well, Lottie frickin' God!
I covered this in a video outlining my appreciation for the music in the X series, so I do recommend you see that. I am pretty proud of it. When you defeat the 8 Maverick leaders, what follows would be the first of many instances of me getting emotional during a video game, as we witness Zero sacrifice himself to save X from certain deactivation at the hands of Vile. Today I don't know whether or not I would have the same reaction to this, but at the time, the combination of music, visuals, and story had me invested to a point of complete immersion. It took a while, but after defeating Vile, Sigma, and all the other Mavericks in between... Did I mention Sigma before? Well, he's the bad guy. So now you know. I did complete the game. The finale was far from brief, as Sigma's final battle is long and at times tedious in comparison to the other bosses. But the time and dedication pays off handsomely. The ending and the credit roll are oh so satisfying, and entirely worth sitting the whole way through. Although the story did not end there, I still would have been a happy kid if it had. And with that, thank you all for watching. This is CyberDan signing off. Have a good night, everybody.